events.
On the 18th of March 2022 in Kampala, the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan was officially launched. Its primary objective is to prepare for and mitigate any potential oil spill incidents that may arise when Uganda initiates oil production in approximately 2 years.
The National Oil Spill Contingency Plan for Uganda has key elements of hazard identification, vulnerability analysis, risk assessment, as well as response actions.
The Oil Spill Contingency Plan aims to classify the responsibilities of both the companies engaged in crude oil extraction and processing and the government concerning the prevention of oil spills. It also underscores the importance of investing in preparedness for responding to oil spills within Uganda's territory and shared water bodies. While Uganda advances towards oil production, the spectre of potential oil spills casts a looming threat over both human life and the environment.
The officials of the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, the National Environment Management Authority, and the Office of the Prime Minister are scheduled to undertake an oil spill clearance training next month. An oil spill tabletop and a full equipment deployment exercise and drill are scheduled to be undertaken in May and September this year, respectively.
Nonetheless, a pertinent question arises. What progress has been made in this regard?
We've had trainings in Norway. We've conducted drills in terms of disaster response with the Norwegian Agency for Environment. We've also had the simulations here in Uganda.
Chikube district, categorized under Tier 2, shoulders the responsibility of customizing the National Oil Contingency Plan to meet its specific requirements.
Not long ago, the Petroleum Authority of Uganda procured services of a consultant to help the district to develop the district oil spill contingency plan.
Samuel Kusima Kahesi, the district's focal person for the Disaster Management Committee, concedes that capacity gaps exist.
I think we are far below the 50% mark in terms of capacity. The beauty is we have done the diagnosis, we know what we need, and our local leaders are very active, they are vibrant, they are going to do a lot of engagement with the center to ensure that our capacity is enhanced.
Local communities emphasize the critical necessity of increased engagement to bolster their ability to respond effectively.
We are being assured by NEMA, we are being assured by the companies that the plans are very there, but what we need is we want to have an audience and make sure that we also look at them and ask questions. We also add our input.
Civil society advocates contend that while Uganda has crafted policies for responding to oil spills, these must be translated into tangible grassroots level actions.
There should be actions, there should be simulation of roles of different stakeholders to see if actually we are prepared to respond in case of spills.
Opito contends that beyond policies, ensuring that different stakeholders possess adequate resources for an effective response is paramount.
There should be deliberate planning so that we have a budget that creates activities that respond to these pollutions and possible spills that could happen in the future.
The National Environment Management Authority reports substantial progress in terms of preparation and capacity building since the launch of the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan.
We've established the Oil Spill Contingency Response Command Center. The incident commander is in place, is appointed, who is from UPDF. And so a lot of capacity building has really gone in.
Nevertheless, what measures have the oil companies instituted to address potential incidents or accidents during their operations?
On every well pad, as I said, we have maybe maximum 150 by 100, and we have a drainage all around, and then a stormwater pit. Number one, the essence is to have the retention pit, is to make sure that in the event that there is any undesirable spill, okay, not spill related, but any chemical, anything that could have been there that doesn't meet the national standards, we don't let it go.
The oil companies assert that their measures fully comply with the agreed upon terms.
It is Senoko that is reliable, it is responsible for ensuring that the mitigation measures are implemented up to the letter. We not only limit ourselves to the national law, but we also look at the international best practices in implementing these projects. On a daily basis, we monitor our activities to ensure that they are compliant with the conditions of approval.
We also have a dedicated department for oil and gas management, and so the dedicated office is based in Hoima. So monitoring is routine. We cannot spend a week without knowing what is going on the ground.
According to the Petroleum Authority of Uganda, multiple layers of preparedness to respond are in place in case of any possible oil spill.
There is facilities and machines here for evacuation. The second is then we require both operators, the one the other side in Tilenga and maybe the one for the refinery, they can come in and support in terms of if that emergency happens. And the third is that we have also now, because Tanzania we are passing through, we have also now agreed under the IGA framework that should it be something big, they are also at standby to come and help us clean. But the liability is for the polluter.
All stakeholders express confidence that with mitigation measures and firmly established policies, Uganda is on a promising trajectory towards developing the essential capacity to manage any potential emergencies.
Some of you think that the project will have enormous impacts and people can't stay here. That is not true. We are resettling people from here and moving them here, meaning that we can live with the project with all those mitigation measures in place.
Benjamin Jumbe, NTV.
The Uganda State of Oil and Gas Sector Future is brought to you by Accord in partnership with Cisco and NTV.